All right. Next on the list, Yilong adjustable stroke tattoo machine. It's been out for some time. That's all right. I'm still gonna check it out. 2,000 milliamp battery, adjustable stroke. Why not? Let's take a look. We're gonna go do a quick unboxing, and then I'm gonna spend more time actually on the stroke lengths, on some fake skin, and see what that looks like. Okay, so we have the Yilong tattoo pen machine. Yilong F3 adjustable stroke tattoo pen machine, wireless charging pen machine set, 2,000 milliamp. That sounds like some Amazon review. I'll open her up. Bam. We got a little instruction, so to speak, or diagram. I will put a screenshot of that up. Okay. Case. User manual. Garbage. Ta-da. Okay, so tattoo pen machine F3. Looks like we've got the 2 battery set. Let's see what's in the box. Any goodies? USB-C normal charging cable. Cool, I have 5,000 of those. We have 2 batteries. Let's see. USB-C charging, so that's cool. Obviously, I guess that makes sense, right? Because then that'd be the wrong cable. So that one's dead. I'll have to charge it. And let's see. That's got a good weight to it. She's a little, feels heavy though, but I think this one's actually heavier. Oh, she's quiet. Got a nice display. 9.1. Output current is 1.5. The battery comes with overcharge and over discharge protection. The control board is equipped with short circuit, overcharge, and over discharge protection. It does say it has fast charging, so that's pretty cool. Long press the power button for 2 seconds to start it. We did that. 1 second later to restore the voltage before shutdown and in the standby state. If you need to work, please click the power button to start, then click the power button to stop work. I mean, that makes sense, right? It'll automatically shut down within 5 minutes, so that's cool. And then if we double click, so let's put this down. So now it's in jump start mode. For start, double click the power button quickly to a display will appear a lightning mark. Each start will have 2 second 10 volt output and then return to display voltage. Double click the power button and then turn it on. That's what you do for jump start mode. It says the timer will start here. This we'll see, but let's run it up. Twelve volts. It does have auto down. Okay, so you can just hold it down. So low. You can't even feel this thing running right now. Power modes. We do have the adjustable stroke all the way from 2.3, 2.7, 3.2, 3.8, 4.2, and 4.5. So that's cool. Battery's magnetic. Pops right off. I don't think that's not going to come off on its own though. I read some things that you have to give it a good tug to pull off, so that's kind of cool. Let's turn it off before we start unscrewing it. Nice ratchet grip. Okay, we're gonna see if we can take this apart and compare it to something else I think I have. Okay, now that I'm all geared up, let's take a look. Good enough. Well, that's just gonna get lost right in there, isn't it? These are pretty small, so I'd make sure that you put them somewhere not there. And we will unscrew this. Seems like these are the only 2 screws holding this piece on. Let's get that out of the way. Oh shit. Lost the bearing. So yeah, be careful. That shit just fell right on out of there. And mine only has one, so it's all right. Let's see if we can. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, that's nice and nasty in there, isn't it? Look at all that. Good old lube. Doesn't even. Let's get a close-up of how this looks here. Yeah, so that's your drive mechanism. You could see in there really well. So that's just slamming back and forth with no cushioning, right? So that's what I wanted to show you compared to what's inside here. Oof, satisfying. So this also has a nice wash plate. However, access screw to replace this if it need be. And see how this one has a spring for cushioning? So when it is slamming home, it's not slamming your pieces back and forth. So I wonder if that's what part of that rattling was. I just kind of wanted to show you. This one actually has the spring loaded, so, but that is a whole different, ball of wax, of course. I already did a review on this one. Check that out if you want to. I'll put this back together and be responsible. Okay, so enough of that one. So again, this has no spring mechanism to keep it from breaking inside there, which you think it'd be really easy to put a little spring on either side, I mean, as far as that goes. So I wanted to show you that. And then as far as getting down in there, I'm not sure how you're supposed to clean that, honestly. It, to take this apart, looks like, well, let's see. Shit, if I break it, I buy it, you know what I mean? But let's see if I got the right tool. No, too big. That's what she said. Ooh, is that just right? Look at that. Let's see. Let's see if Daddy's got it. Oh. Oof. There she is. I don't recommend doing this. Probably voids your warranty. Most likely does, honestly. Okay, so we'll set that screw there as well. And, ooh. Okay, it slides right out. There we are. Man, this thing has got grease all up in it, brothers. Okay, so it does look like you have a little screw. You could replace this if it breaks, so that's nice at least. Good to know. And technically you can take this whole thing apart without damaging it, really. I mean, again, don't void your warranty because of some crap that I said. I'm just some joker on the internet. But let's clean this off. Sweet. Yeah, and so where the hell did it go? Oh, I put it back together, didn't I? Nope. So let's do, what is it? So you can hold that in there. Yeah, so that's sitting there and then it's pushing it. I can't really do it with both hands, but that's what pushes this up and down. Kind of cool. Feels like not super cheap plastic, so I don't imagine it's gonna break too easily. There's some other ones that do, but all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back together and then we're gonna test it on some fake skin and see if it still runs. All right, well, let's see if I broke it. No, she's good. Okay, quickly, I'm gonna wrap this and show you how I would do it. One thing with these adjustable stroke machines is they are a pain to change when they're fully wrapped. So I'm gonna give it a go. I always like to slide this through. Be careful. This machine tends to lose these little bearings. So throw that back in. All right, so we're gonna start this on 4.5 stroke with my new favorite needle by Electric Soul. Okay, we're gonna go for 9 volts. Ooh. That is loud, isn't it? Stroke is always a little fun. So 4.2. Dang, weird, man. Take it down to 7.5. See if that's any better. That's a little better, dang. Ooh, penetrate a little bit better. Okay, 3.8. Seems to run better at lower speeds, that's for sure. Yeah, a little bit lighter. Oh yeah, that's noticeably different. Not bad. Okay, now we're at 3.2. You guys can barely, yeah, there you go, 3.2. And we're at 7.5 volts because this thing did not like my needles that high. Now you'll notice that's a little more solid though. Let's try it again. Yeah, a lot better. Solid wires. This is a TNT 17 mag, by the way. I think I mentioned that. Man, it is nice and soft. For some reason, I'm hammering on one side, though. I don't know what that's about. It's kind of weird. Okay. So what I've noticed is it is changing in between strokes while I'm using it. So put down to 2.7. Oh, it's barely hitting. Okay. Now we're at 2.3. Okay, so we're gonna clean this off and then cut to our final thoughts. Well, that was kind of fun, getting to mess around with this little bad boy. Sorry for the loudness. That was kind of strange that it made that louder sound. I was only on 8 volts when I did that, so I'm not sure what that was all about. Except I did hear my buddy Captain Ron say something in his review about the strength of the needle cartridge itself, or the membrane. So it could have been something to do with that, because when I put it down to about 7.5, it seemed to do better. Kind of strange though. It's pretty smooth otherwise, except with those two cartridges in there, and they're both great cartridges as far as that goes. I've never had that with any of my other machines, so kind of weird. But does it cover all the bases? Brushless motor, kind of. It's got a hollow cut motor in there, which apparently is more of a hybrid between a brushed and a brushless motor. So the hollow cut motor has more of a energy saving capacity, and apparently it's pretty quick, stable, and high efficiency. So I didn't feel anything wrong with the motor at all. I was able to push the 17 round shader real easily. The liner was fine. The only beef I had was with the volt apparently being at 8. Is it direct drive? Nope. It's definitely not. It's got that little swashbuckle in there, so that can take away a little bit of the momentum from the needle strike as far as that goes. So it doesn't really have that. I didn't notice any problems with it so far. It looks like it's replaceable, so I guess with this machine, not that big of a deal. As far as the adjustable cam goes, it does have that adjustment in the center. I am not a huge fan of that, although it does give you some different things to try. While I was using it, it kept moving itself, even though I had clearly locked it into place. So that's something to be careful about. It's just not going to be quite the same as others. And of course, it's wireless. It comes with two 2000 milliamp batteries that I don't see any problem with. You should be able to tattoo several hours on that, you know, 4, 5, 6 hours, depending on how you're using it. Shouldn't be a problem. So, and then last but not least, like always, is it easily cleanable? Technically, yeah. I mean, I could take it apart, as you saw on the camera there. It did take a little more effort with the screws, but I was able to take it apart and get everything in there. So that's a big win, honestly. And then to wrap it all up, would I recommend this machine for someone? For someone that's never had a tattoo machine before, or only had a certain stroke and wants to play around and experiment, for 200 bucks on Amazon, 250 elsewhere, or I think on Alibaba there was a knockoff for like $65. So be careful there. But for somebody that's trying to figure out where they want to land as far as the stroke on their machine goes, yeah, I would recommend it. Scene quality for 200 bucks, not bad for 2 batteries in a machine. Yeah, go for it. So with that said, then I'm out to make the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.